Check out this video and I'll be right back.
What's up, brothers and sisters? You know how racist white America has always told black people that they're lazy, welfare babies, and that we want something for free. Just get off your lazy butt and get off of unemployment and get a job. Well, watch this video I made for you and I'll be back.
In 1935, Congress passed the Social Security Act, which gave us programs like unemployment insurance. The federal government ran the Social Security program, and the states ran the unemployment program. Both were social insurance programs, whereas workers paid into trust funds via a payroll tax, and this made them eligible for the benefits. Both programs excluded domestic workers and agricultural workers.
Just so we're clear,
this would encompass 65% of the black workforce and only 27% of the white workforce at the time. Lest we forget, this is during the Great Depression, which seems bad for everyone involved, right? Wrong. While this recession was hard on everyone, the farmers really made out like bandits to the tune of $1.5 billion. In 1935, the income generated by farms was 50% higher than it was in 1932, which was partly due to government programs such as the Agricultural Adjustment Act, which was an act that paid farmers not to produce. Yes, I said it. It paid farmers not to work so they could raise prices on their products, which allowed farmers to fire their agricultural workers who were not privy to getting unemployment insurance. Sucks, right?
By the way, if you guessed that black farmers were excluded from this program on purpose, you would be correct. They had to fight through the Great Depression without any funding from the government. But white people received a lot of money, a lot of free money that black people paid taxes into. Sounds familiar? Sounds like welfare to me. Sounds like somebody's lazy and getting paid off the government teat for doing nothing to me. Once again, projection. So let's recap, shall we? White America created a social welfare program that mostly benefited white people. As soon as the majority of black people were allowed to apply for this program in 1950, they turned it into a negative thing. Once when welfare was about survival and helping its citizens, they turned it into an entitlement program. Never mind the fact that it had been around since 1935 and 73% of white people were on it. It wasn't an entitlement program then.
Fast forward 65 years after the Social Security Act was passed. It's now the year 2000, and the U.S. government comes out with a study saying this act was not racist because white folks were harmed by it as well. This is true, but those white people were sacrificed because they hated black folks just that much.
Don't believe me? Come on, you know I brought the facts. Let's get it.
You see, the proof that there was racist intent behind the exclusion is evident in a political devil's bargain that Northern Democrats made with Southern Democrats, aka segregationists. In order to get enough votes in Congress to pass most of the New Deal legislation, Northern Democrats had to give Southern Democrats the means to exclude black people from receiving benefits because an economically empowered black worker posed a political threat to Southerners and an existential threat to segregationist social structures. The bill was designed to exclude black workers and enable Southern states to further exclude them. It was a political necessity.
So yes, the majority of black people were excluded from these welfare programs from 1935 to 1950. And once we got on them or became eligible to even apply for them, it became a lazy entitlement program. What was it before? So all these years, black folks have been called welfare babies, lazy. All the while, white people were receiving free money and land not to work, to sit on their butts and fire everybody. And you want to talk to us about laziness? No, I think you should turn around and look at grandma, grandpa, mom, dad. Those are the ones whom you should be talking to when you call somebody lazy. After all, the programs were created by them and for them. Not until it was released to everybody was it then considered an entitlement program. I'm starting to find a common thread here. If it benefits the majority of white people, it's not an issue. If it benefits all Americans, there's a problem. We've got to label it something negative so that we can get most Americans to stop supporting it. Just sad. What are you guys so afraid of? We're just brilliant.
Those in power will never celebrate our brilliance. Therefore, we must celebrate ourselves. Black Dollar Fund.